Everything you think you know about the universe is a lie the moment you cross the event horizon. Within the heart of a black hole, density becomes infinite, and the very fabric of space-time rips apart into mathematical nonsense. Our most trusted laws of physics don't just bend here, they completely cease to exist. We've reached the ultimate breaking point of modern science. General relativity and quantum mechanics are at war within a point of infinite pressure, leaving us with a cosmic mystery that defies logic. Join us as we explore why our fundamental reality shatters inside these celestial monsters. Look at this. Thanks to the latest 2026 data from the Event Horizon Telescope, we can see the warped glowing light around a supermassive black hole with more clarity than ever before. It looks like a beautiful golden ring, but it represents a terrifying boundary. Einstein's general relativity describes the universe as a smooth, flexible fabric. Massive stars sit on this fabric like bowling balls on a trampoline, curving it to create gravity. It's a perfect system that explains everything from the orbit of the moon to the expansion of the cosmos. But as we descend deeper into the abyss, the fabric begins to tear. The math that works for stars and galaxies starts to return nonsensical, infinite values. When your equations start outputting infinity, the universe is telling you that your map of reality is no longer valid. Crossing the event horizon is the point of no return, but it's also where geometry goes haywire. Inside this sphere, the coordinate systems of time and space literally swap roles. You can no longer avoid the center of the black hole any more than you can avoid tomorrow. The singularity is no longer a place in space, it is a point in your future. Imagine a star's entire mass, millions of times the weight of our sun, being crushed into a volume smaller than a single subatomic particle. This is the singularity. In this physical squeeze, the density becomes infinite. Because general relativity relies on a smooth, continuous fabric, it simply cannot process a point of zero volume with infinite mass. The software of the universe crashes. We are witnessing a violent friction between the two pillars of science. On one side, we have general relativity, the physics of the massive and the smooth. On the other, we have quantum mechanics, the physics of the tiny and the chaotic. In our daily lives, these two never meet. Gravity is too weak to affect atoms, and atoms are too light to affect gravity. But at the singularity, they are forced into the same room. We have a massive amount of matter crammed into a microscopic space. Quantum mechanics is governed by jittery probability clouds and uncertainty. But gravity at this scale becomes so intense it should be quantized, meaning it should be broken into discrete bits. Yet we currently lack a quantum gravity framework to explain how that works. They are two languages that refuse to translate. We may not be able to see inside, but our 2026 supercomputers are busy simulating what might be happening. Some researchers are moving away from the idea of a point and toward the Planck Star hypothesis. This suggests that matter doesn't vanish into a point, but is compressed until it reaches a fundamental limit of density, where it tries to bounce back. Meanwhile, scientists are using particle accelerators and studying Hawking radiation to solve the information paradox. When matter is shredded by a black hole, does the information it contained, the data of those atoms, vanish? If it does, it violates the core principles of the universe. We are effectively trying to peek at the shredded remains of reality to see if we can piece the puzzle back together. So, where do we go from here? The failure of gravity is not a dead end, It's a doorway. Leading candidates like string theory or loop quantum gravity are attempting to smooth out the singularity, replacing the infinite point with structures that the math can actually handle. Solving the riddle of the black hole's heart is the final step toward a theory of everything. It's the same physics that governed the very first moment of the Big Bang. By understanding why gravity fails inside these celestial monsters, we aren't just learning about death and destruction. We are learning about the birth of the universe itself. The singularity is where our journey ends, but it's also where the next chapter of human understanding begins. If you enjoyed this journey into the impossible, make sure to like the video and follow the Cosmic Horizons channel to help us keep exploring the furthest reaches of space-time.